Welcome back to this. They said, she said.
We all said. Kiki said something, but she's back.
Yay, welcome back.
Yay! You didn't know, but we thought you were here last weekend. We were all waiting here for you, and you weren't even here, and we just did the show without you.
It's true. You didn't know?
We forgot. We're like, where is she? We're all waiting here and standing, and
I was like, oh, I'm not.
Have I ever been late?
No. But then we're like, oh, she said something about 2 weeks, didn't she? And then
started connecting.
we had to go watch our own show.
One damn week.
We made some emergency texts.
2 weeks.
That never.
So we just didn't do the other week. That's what it was.
Don't be telling me how long I've been gone. I've been with the white man.
Well, yeah, but you were gone last week. You were sort of gone the week before.
I was drunk. I haven't even watched that show because I don't want to see it.
We needed subtitles. And
Did you watch it?
No.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, we didn't want to watch it either.
I couldn't watch it. I didn't want to. But
I've watched every other one.
how was your trip, though?
It was cold in Atlanta.
Oh, that's right.
It's cold
And I
everywhere.
hope nobody from Lips Atlanta watches this. That place sucks. They
Lips?
dropped a pork chop on my mother's best friend's head. The manager never came over to say sorry. Don't laugh, you know about it.
How do you drop a pork chop on someone's head? Like, why are you holding it above someone's head?
They came with 4 plates on this arm, 2 plates on this arm. What hand are you using to take the plates down with?
Yeah.
So I went to grab plates. He's going, these are hot. I work in a restaurant also. You do know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're warm to me. I have no feelings in my hands. It was ridiculous. The manager never came over
So I'm
and said,
assuming-
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Tipped over.
No, he went to pass it, and he bumped the chair, and the pork chop slid out. Hit her in the back.
So not the whole plate, just like.
Just the pork chop. Boom, and then down her back.
Oh my god.
And I looked at my mother and went, I am so embarrassed.
That's
Lips
terrible.
Atlanta. All the people who to do that to me.
Yeah, that's
And I called the owners. Hell no.
That's
My mother
It
asked for the
is.
phone number. She talked to the general manager who was just here.
Mm-hmm.
And she told him that was an abomination.
Pork.
And nobody came and said sorry.
That would
Not
make me
one?
upset.
That's a Yelp review waiting to happen right there.
If it wasn't me,
That's,
I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying that on here.
How else was Atlanta?
The show was great. We went to Stone Mountain. You know what that is?
No, Stone Mountain. You
You're
get
a
stoned?
teacher. You should know about that.
But I don't teach that
That's
to
what all those
kindergartners.
white people and the KKK members had.
Yeah, I don't teach that.
And when we went 3 years ago, there was no charge.
Mm-hmm.
This time they charge you to walk down sidewalks.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, what the hell? They charge you to get in the snow area. They charge you to walk over to the snow area. I said, pinch one more penny out my ass. One more penny.
So Stone Park is what? What kind of park is that?
Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain? Is that a brewery or is
It's just a
theme
park. Like a, what is it like, Howard? That's what the Confederates met back in the day.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's like a Civil War battlefield kind of
I
memorial.
wouldn't say battlefield, just a bunch of crazy white people etched in the damn mountain.
Well, we missed you very much.
Thank
We're
you.
very
Miss you
glad you're
guys.
back. How was your Thanksgiving?
I had to cook.
Oh, and how did that go?
I blew up the turkeys.
Oh,
you blew up? Did you deep
Because
fry
my
it?
mama has these dishes, and they're plug-in. And so I turned them on 250, went to bed, woke up, and boom! The meat was juicy, though.
Had it already blown up, or were you awake when it blew up?
It blew up before I got up.
oh.
So it was just all open on the
Gotcha.
top?
Big old
It was
turkey
like-
mess.
I had shoved onions and peppers inside of it, and garlic. So all that came shooting out the neck. So, so all this stuff it shit out his neck. But it was damn good.
There's a lot of family there, or is it just was it just a small gathering?
It was all her grandkids
Oh,
and all my brothers and sisters, except for one.
except for one. Well, that sounded like a lot of fun. How was your Thanksgiving, Courtney?
She didn't cook.
Talked about it my Black Friday with my husband doing the work on the
Oh,
house.
Yeah.
Kiki's the only one we haven't talked to about things. We talked about it, the three of us last week.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm already lost track of where we're at now.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Black Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, Black Friday.
Black Friday.
Did you hear about that?
I've been hearing about Black Friday for all my life.
No, but like her family's working
But
on Black Friday.
apparently Dustin has figured out that at my house, my mom's house, Black Friday is where you get the black guy to put the Christmas lights on the house, and he does the work.
Slavery's over.
It's not-
Not at your house. It's an abomination.
Oh, my poor mom. I hope she didn't watch that show.
My mother does. She'll be calling. I have
Great.
Courtney's number.
Great.
She likes me, she doesn't like you now.
Oh well.
I mean,
Oh, I have no problems. You married to a black man,
it's fine.
so you're suffering. Because you got to watch him put up lights all the damn time. Black Friday means black people put up lights.
Oh.
The Black Friday is where white people go and go crazy in the Walmart.
Shoot
Over
people and stab
TVs.
people.
Oh, didn't that happen in Atlanta? No. Crazy people.
There was one person was shot in a Kohl's parking lot. Someone was stabbed in a Walmart parking lot over a parking spot. That's the funniest one to me, I think. The shooting, that guy was dragging a cop. He tried to steal something out of the store, and the cop saw him like taking it out of the store and like chasing the guy got in the car and started driving. The cop was holding onto the car. And he was literally dragging the cop through the parking lot speeding, and another cop car pulled in front and like, sideways in front of the guy, and he was just hauling ass. He was gonna run right into that cop car. So that cop pulled out his weapon.
Should have shot the tire.
Well.
How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was okay. I cooked for everybody as per usual.
Was it Mexican food?
No. I don't know. There's a Mexican. I think that's the Mexican Thanksgiving. I don't think
I've been
there's
to
really
one.
much. Really? What do they serve?
All Mexican shit. Enchiladas.
Enchiladas. That's
See,
just-
my
that's like a regular
Mexican
Saturday at my
family
house.
eats turkey for Thanksgiving.
They had a turkey, but I saw enchiladas, fried beans. They try to stay true to their roots.
No, I try to stay true to
Christmas
Thanksgiving roots. We had a nice French roasted turkey with mashed potatoes with lots of
Very
nice
hands-on.
whipping cream. And my sister
What do
and
you mean
her
whipping
husband were
cream?
in, whipping cream. We put whipping cream in our mashed potatoes, make it fluffy, make it really nice and creamy and thick.
You mean sour cream?
We don't put sour cream. Well, Trent will put sour cream on anything. That boy loves sour cream on anything.
Anything?
Almost anything. You feel what?
I feel like sour cream.
When you put it on your hand? Shit.
That's a yes.
Too much.
Oh my
know.
God.
Mama, that wasn't me.
You know what? On that subject,
On that subject,
I am really strange about like food being in the bedroom. Like not just
Really?
like food, but like whipped cream or like chocolate and caramel and everything like that. Like it doesn't work for me.
Well, caramel.
I mean, I did it before like with one of my girlfriends. Like we like put like chocolate and caramel on her, and afterwards was like.
I don't get it.
Like I didn't like lick it off her or anything like that, like because it was like it was weird to me. I don't want like to eat my significant other as like a meal.
Like caramel with.
So you never eaten her vagina?
No, but I'm saying not
something
with,
with whipped cream or something.
yeah, not with like.
I can
whipped
just
cream.
see the new
I've never
Brock's
used
flavor.
toppings in the bedroom.
I can see the new Brock's flavor, transvaginal mesh.
Don't they have some ice cream?
What?
What's that new ice cream that they came up with?
That's pussy flavored or what?
I think it's dick.
Cock flavored?
Can you look that up, Aaron?
A pussy
Wasn't
flavored
it
ice
something
cream?
like that? I think, no, you said pussy, I said cock.
Oh,
Do you just not want like the flavors to mix, or
I don't know what it is. I think it's just strange. Yeah, like, and I'm totally fine with it.
it's
It's
all
not
going
like
in your mouth? I mean, both, it's all going in your mouth.
I don't know what's
Wow.
weird. Like, and I like caramel, like chocolate, like whipped cream, like no issue there. But just like when you mix the two together, I'm not a fan.
no.
Not a fan.
Sex.
When you mix the two together on your bodies or.
Yeah, sex and chocolate.
Huh.
I'll slap a burrito right on your ass.
Oh, well.
And I have not had a
But But does everyone else like? Is that I assume I'm the weird one there, and everyone else is like.
I feel like I don't do that often that I can admit.
Honestly,
I have a problem with it.
I eat dinner in my bed. I'm not mixing my food on
I
anybody's
talk a
body.
lot of shit, but I'm really vanilla when it comes to sex.
You're such a liar.
I am. I barely talk.
Right now, you're such a liar.
I don't like talking when I'm having sex. I like to stay silent. Sometimes Trent will start speaking to me, and I'll be like, yes.
I'm
no,
dead silent.
yes.
I am dead silent. I've had to like just make noises for her because the fact that it's not something I do, but it's like I've had too many conversations where it's like, are you still enjoying this? I'm like, oh no, I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
I guess I should just
it's-
every once in a while because I don't need
Yeah.
to.
Having a great
Pay too
time.
much attention to the noises that she's making.
I love when girls make noises. I 100% do. But
No,
I'm
that's
just
because it's called satisfaction.
I just
that's
never know
not-
what to do.
it's not noises.
I
that
get stuck.
You don't know what to do?
Yeah, because
Improv!
no, Trent gets really into it sometimes, and he'll be like, sometimes he'll be all crazy, like, listen, bitch, show me your papers, and I'll be like, what the fuck? I was born here, bitch, and I go in some political rant instead of having sex. It just never really works
I'm gonna
out.
say that to you. I'm gonna say that to you. Bitch, show me your paper.
Show me your papers.
I'm terrible at dirty talking.
I'm really bad.
Every time I try it, I feel
No.
awkward.
It's like I always Kurt from Glee. I turn to him when we're in the dark, and yeah, Trent's really animated though. He really gets into some of his actions in the boudoir, but no, me. I get real shy.
That was very bougie.
I get shy. And
Boudoir.
I don't want to, you know.
I'm not there to have a discussion. I'm here to tear your
I
ass
wanna-
up and go to sleep.
And not only that, I get worried that my hair is gonna get messed up. So I'm like half the time.
See,
No, because it's like.
Yeah, it's supposed to get messed
Well,
up.
well, maybe so for other people, but not for me. Well, first thing, I got to get up first in the morning because I got to make sure that my hair is okay.
But don't you shower in the morning?
In the morning? No, not really. I shower before I go to bed.
And then you
No.
have sex.
And then, yeah, I'm not going to shower dirty, not normally. I don't think.
Then you're gonna have
No.
sex, which makes you dirty.
Well, yeah, but I have this, that's love. Let's love all over me.
You ass backwards.
And then you don't shower to get all the love
Off of you.
Well, that's what baby wipes are for.
I would never eat at your house.
And on that note, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
We'll have to wash our hands.
So I was looking around the news this week, and I ran into this thing on the internet about the list of states ranked by penis size. And I saw you looked at it.
When I
yeah.
looked at it, I went, this is ridiculous.
And average penis size by state. I have to admit, I was a little surprised by some of the results. But Condomania.com, they claim to be the first online condom store in the United States. Said they held their own little scientific study.
So it's like by who ordered the most magnums, basically, is what they're going off
Yeah, by who ordered them, and then it shows that California, our great state of California, ranked at number 15 out of the 50 states. Florida ranked at 16, Illinois 25, Texas, that surprised me, at 41.
They've been fucking them horses.
Not everything's bigger in Texas.
That's right.
And everything's not bigger in Texas. And I was surprised that the number one,
Fuck
and this is
Texas.
funny because this is a state I actually wanted to move to already, but it turns out that they have the largest penis size if you go by condom sales, North Dakota.
So now you're gonna move.
You wanted to move to North Dakota?
I wanted to move to North Dakota.
Why the hell would you want to
I wanted to buy my own cul-de-sac and have my
like-
own little gay cul-de-sac and have everyone there. Have our
10
own
people in North Dakota.
our own
They're
little
all
gay
lying about
nuts
their penis
landing.
size, apparently.
You know. Well, that's not even I was gonna do it. But yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, you've been in a lot of states, right? What do you?
What do you mean I've been to a lot of states? Am I a
no?
whore or something?
Oh,
Is that
well,
what you're trying to figure out? I
yeah,
don't see dicks.
You don't sample?
There's a difference
seen-
between
you've
a
seen a
whore
lot of
and
penises.
Traveler, somebody who likes to travel.
Because I was in the Navy.
Well, okay, well
Not
that's another one.
states, countries.
Well, I sampled everywhere I went. That's all I
I
know.
did not
I have a
sample.
fair assessment of what were. Biggest ones I saw were in Quebec. Actually, it wasn't even in the United States. But no.
Is the list accurate to you then?
Well, you know what? California being 15.
It's pretty good for me. I'm
I
from New
think,
York. We're
yeah,
number 9.
maybe. And Texas being 41.
What was the last one?
The lowest ranking state was Mississippi. That's what inbreeding does.
I cannot believe you just said that. That's going out.
And Hawaii was 49, and that doesn't surprise me at all. But I can say I can agree with Texas being down at the lower end of the bunch.
Why?
You know, a lot of little boys in Texas.
They're all overcompensating. That's why they have giant everything.
Big
Trucks,
trucks.
hats.
Yeah.
My flatbed is bigger than yours.
Texas sucks.
Well,
Give it to Mexico.
thankfully. But I was thinking about you too with your when you were explaining a couple of weeks ago, because this also turned into parents discussing sex with their children and all that. And I thought about you immediately because you seem to have a very open relationship with your
What choice
with
do
your
I have?
sons. But how do y'all discuss sex?
We just talk about like you and I would.
How did you bring it up in the first place when they were very young?
I put condoms on the goddamn table and said, if you're gonna have sex with a woman, get one of them damn things. Slip it.
See, my mom had like something very similar
You
to that conversation with me
make me
originally.
nervous.
When she first found out I was having sex, she's like, just be safe.
Recently, like
I will
last
buy you
year?
condoms.
Or-
No, like in high school. But it was a lie. She was like, I'll buy you condoms. I was like, cool, they're expensive. Like, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Never. Never bought me
Never?
condoms.
No, you can get them at the Shell. No.
Condoms are fucking expensive. The worst is when you forget. To, like, you don't have any, you're like, oh shit, I gotta run to 7-Eleven buy a 3-pack for fucking $10.
Well, you know, this centers around an article that I also found. It says that
You know, Costco.
there's a lot of problems with parents who refuse to talk about sex, but they apparently are very liberal and open-minded about it. And you're bringing up an excellent point. Like, your parents are very liberal. They in that sense that they say they want to talk about sex, but when it comes down to reality, and you probably brought it up, and they probably shunned away at the last minute, like, I'm not sure I can deal with this.
But I've never talked about sex with my dad,
No?
but I talked about it. I definitely talked about sex with my mom. Yeah, my mom have a very open relationship though. Just kidding. Like,
And how does that like, she's telling you what she likes so you can
No.
do your girls that way? Or?
no, not like that open.
I do.
But
I talk open with my mother.
Oh.
Completely. Mm-hmm. I bought an over-the-door sling
Over the door sling. Okay.
in Atlanta. And I laid on the bed and said, Mama, you want to borrow it?
Oh. Well, what do you think, Courtney? You're planning eventually to have children, right? Or what do you think? How do you think you'll approach that as a parent?
One day.
I don't know because I feel like times have changed. Like they're changing so like quickly.
Quickly.
You have to talk to them younger and younger. They're already gonna see something on TV. Their friends are gonna have seen something and tell them. I feel like my sex talk with my kids are gonna have to be like when they're younger than when I had mine, which I think I was like 12, maybe when my mom sat, talked to me.
see, I feel like 12's like a good, like in school in like 5th grade they have like your first little like sex ed where you watch like that
Yeah,
2-minute
the-
video or whatever.
Yeah.
And at that point you still really, I feel like in 5th grade you have no idea.
Right.
Like you're just kind of like, this is funny. But like when you're like 12, 13, I feel like that, I mean, because obviously it's when you're hitting puberty, it's when
yeah.
everything's
Right.
actually able to happen. That is, I feel like, a perfect time to have that conversation.
Right.
At least maybe like a little like mini discussion before you get into like the big logistics because they're gonna be asking questions like a lot.
Do you think your focus is on preventing pregnancy or preventing STDs?
Everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because my son just got a girl pregnant.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
I'm so glad you said it before I did. I was really close.
I didn't the inflection with that.
It's
sound like
terrible.
Oh.
He's not old enough to take
How old's
care
your
of
son?
21.
Oh, okay. Well, because wow.
Are they dating or anything, or?
Yes.
But so you
It's-
say you bring it up for everything, safe sex and for
Evidently it didn't work,
right?
did it?
Well, I mean, in my generation growing up, and we probably have some similar backgrounds there. You know, when I was 12 or 13, a lot of the focus was because AIDS was such a big deal and was rampant and stuff. So the talk happened a lot because of what was going on, and parents wanted kids not to get AIDS and HIV transmission and all that.
You haven't
Now,
been to many black houses, have you? We don't talk about that shit.
no? Huh? I grew up in a black neighborhood when I was a child, and I remember everyone was always, it was a big, my best friend, Jermaine, when he contacted HIV, I remember his whole family had always been very open about it. But, I mean, that was a big focus. And we've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks now regarding the issue of the Femidoms. And, woohoo! Oh, it's upside down. We finally bought the prosthetic ass that we've been talking about for a couple of weeks, because one of the things that we've been mentioning with safe sex and anal sex is that one of the ways that a bottom in our community can protect themselves is by actually wearing a femidom.
I'm afraid it's gonna hit your wine glass over. Can you move your glass out of the way?
It's a swinger.
It's got a lot of dust balls on the balls. Where you been playing with that damn thing at?
It's the True North. Okay, so finally we said we would bring this in and actually have a conversation how we were going to demonstrate the Femidom. So producer Aaron actually got this from, who would you get it from again? At the center? It's actually
That
pretty
wasn't yours.
nice. If you look underneath, you can see the little, woohoo! You can make it wink at you too. It's like, so, let's do this. Let's show this. Now, if you're a bottom and you want to take control of your own sexual health,
Seriously, move that glass out of the way.
you can wear a Femidom. It's kind of
Yeah, I'm gonna
sticky.
finish that. Oh my.
That's my
wait,
condom.
wait. Is that?
It's a Femidom.
Oh,
So,
oh yeah, it's
females-
closed on the end.
which one? The other
It
one?
didn't look like it was closed on the end.
Okay. So that's what a Femidom looks like. And it comes in with its own self-lubricant.
Are
Producer
both of them-
Aaron brought some of his leftover lube that he didn't use last weekend.
Is the ring on the end, is that like really bendable? Like,
Yeah,
okay.
it's like that. And the reason is you're able to push that in, and it kind of secures it in there. So when your partner's in there, like really,
Tearing your pussy.
It
Yeah.
looks like thick material.
so basically it just goes in like that. You just stuff it in like that,
This is happening.
Just
This
use
is
a regular condom.
This is happening.
and there it has this little it holds it there into place. And now your partner can just go to town, just like really flesh it in. Look,
But if you have nails and you shove that damn thing in,
well, don't do it with nails. You want to cut those nails short. Trust me on that.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
cut. You're fucking.
Yeah. You don't want to be finger fucked by a crackhead or someone with crack nails. Yeah.
these are not crack nails.
Look, and it's durable. It really goes in. You can really get in there, and that thing won't go in.
This is so
My
That
mother
thing won't get
watches this
lost.
Show, you know this one.
Well, now your mother knows how safe you are.
Are you fisting that?
Yeah, you can fist it, and that thing just stays in there. It's a little reservoir, and when you're done, pull it out. Has all the juice all saved up, and you're still alive, and you don't have
How much
HIV.
do each of those things cost?
Oh, look, the balls are all small. What?
I'm really trying to learn here. How much does it cost?
How much? Femidoms aren't that expensive. They're about the same. They're comparable to condoms.
Really?
Yeah, they range anywhere from $2 to $5 for the
For
package
one?
and all that.
Oh, like it comes with like multiple ones?
Yeah, usually you get about 10, at least 10 to 20 in a pack and all that.
Are you interested in using?
I am trying to help, like promote. I'm like helping. you.
Yeah,
Everybody else is like,
this is really good because sometimes people are going to try to get you into situations where it's not really your control anymore. And this is one way to take control of yourself and your own body.
What's it made out of?
Latex.
Is it?
Yeah. Come on.
I
No,
don't
go
know
ahead.
how to touch it.
It's just not like it has anything in there. Look at it.
I'm looking at all this grease on this table.
Like not even.
Hi, Mom. Wait, what's your mom's name?
Rena.
The thing
Hi,
that comes
Rena.
out.
Yeah,
The little-
yeah, they're really strange.
Like so, this part wasn't probably even supposed to be in there,
Yeah, it goes in.
but
And that way it keeps it from coming out.
oh, okay.
So-
I get it.
And
Hi,
I get it.
like
Use a
to
condom.
know and have my information because if somebody, if I'm going to be working with teenagers and kids and somebody's going to ask me, I want to give them all the options.
Right.
So I know.
If you told my kid about that, I'll come and get your ass fired.
If you explain it how Lee just did in
I
class or
will. He obviously doesn't work with children.
I mean, we have a fisting class on that, but yeah.
God.
And yeah, so the internal ring is actually there for female use, but for men, you don't really need that part in there. So don't actually put that into your ass when you're doing it. But for females, that goes in there. It keeps it secure. And for men, you just remove that. And I think one of the questions that we asked on our panel last week was, if you're a bottom, would you know the difference if the condom was removed or not? And so this kind of keeps that control on your end of it.
It's not really stretchy. I feel like there's a barrier, like well, maybe that's where the uterus is and you need to like stop it.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to stretch it too much. I mean, it's really hard to break.
Yeah, it feels like thicker than a
I feel like
condom.
there's a solid chance that gets lost in there.
Well, you could always poop it out. So.
No.
I mean, it's not like you're gonna cough it up later, right?
Not if the ring's in there, because it's gonna keep it in place.
And then you have to go see the doctor and explain why you have that in your ass.
Wow. Like I said, it's really hard to break. And on that note, we're taking a break, and we'll be right back, guys. Okay, now that we're back, I guess this has been named Oscars, so we can put Oscar. Oh, Oscars.
Don't break it.
It's stuck to the damn table. Stop jacking it off. Put that damn white man.
Oh, yeah.
And he's only had one glass of wine.
No, it's like Saturday. All right, so Paris Hilton, what's up with that shit?
I didn't hear about
What's
it.
going on?
It wasn't in Atlanta.
Apparently, Paris Hilton's brother got beat up by someone that Lindsay Lohan sent after him or something at a party in Miami.
This sounds so fake.
I know.
This sounds like an episode of like Gossip Girl.
When I read that, I was like, this is bullshit. Stop making up shit to draw attention.
Well, do you think it's true or not?
Everybody forgot who the bitch is. She's trying to draw attention.
I know, but I mean,
probably that's right because
they're making it into this big thing, and apparently Paris Hilton's brother was at a party in Miami, and Lindsay Lohan was also in attendance, or Lindsay Lohan was actually the one responsible for the party, and actually had a friend go over and kick Paris's brother's ass. And now Paris Hilton is saying no one fucks with my family, and she's swearing that she's going to get back in and go at her for it. So
they just needed some PR.
Well, yeah.
Ah, boys, rich kids.
You can't keep up with the Kardashians.
Oh, right. Well,
Sorry, bitch. You out.
Kardashians. Did you see that video that what's his name from Knocked Up? Seth and James, the guy from Spider-Man. James Franco, and Seth made a parody video of the video that Kanye and Kim did. What do you think of that? Did you see that?
It's funny.
Oh my God, it's hilarious. It is
They
hilarious.
went like scene for scene, like
Right.
mirroring it.
Who played who?
Seth from Knocked Up played Kim.
Yeah, of course.
And James Franco played Kanye, and Kanye, and all you see is Seth like doing this one thing where he's leaning on the back of the motorcycle, and he's just like.
It's really funny.
Have you seen Kanye talking about the Kardashians are breaking interracial?
Stereotypes or barriers or what? What are they trying to break?
He said they're responsible for making people realize interracial relationships are not that bad. It's been going on a long time, Kanye.
The Willises, hello.
Lucy and Ricky. Hello.
Lucy and Ricky, exactly.
Everything that comes out his mouth, I think, is now stupid.
I've always thought everything that came out of his mouth was stupid.
Kanye was so much better when his mouth was wired shut.
Well,
So true. That's his best song he ever made. Was when his mouth was literally wired shut.
I feel like after the Taylor Swift thing happened.
yeah.
Taylor Swift thing was one of the favorite things he ever did.
But it was
That
such
was
an asshole thing.
so funny. Like to watch it happen and no one react to it.
Yeah, because everybody was like, I can't believe this is
And
really
then, like,
happening.
And then the fact that MTV just started playing music and like didn't let Taylor give his speech either.
Right.
Like, oh no, that was planned.
Right.
Cut it. Like, woo.
Right.
We gotta wrap it up
So
anyways.
good. And Single Ladies, really? Like that video is a dance. Like it's not like the best video of all time.
Ooh, I don't know.
I've seen, there's a lot of really good music videos. The dance is like, the dance is cool.
cool.
And everything
The dance
like that.
is really,
But that's
really
all the
cool.
video is a camera that goes in a circle while three people
Right.
are dancing.
It's not like-
One of which is a guy.
What?
A tranny.
No, it wasn't tranny.
It wasn't a drag queen. It was a tranny.
No, it's a.
I know my people.
I thought it was the male choreographer who dressed in drag because one of the girls didn't show
It
up.
was a tranny.
Oh my goodness.
He was a tranny, but it was the choreographer, and
Yeah.
it was because one of the girls didn't show up. He had to do it.
He did it, so
Yeah.
it works. I kept on asking everybody, can you figure out which one is the tranny? No, you couldn't.
It's not Beyonce. Or
Sure. Nowadays, you can't tell shit about a tranny.
Well, it's making me nervous. But the whole Kanye thing, Kanye is just, the Daily Current, whatever. It's a satire magazine had
You
made.
really got trouble with a couple of words.
Daily Current,
Kanye.
yeah.
Current, Daily Current. Anyhow, made fun of Kanye.
I even talked about him and said it right for you.
Anyway, the Daily Current made fun of Kenny, and what they were saying was, it sounded just like something he would say that I believed it for a second. That was, he was making, they had made an issue where they said that Kanye was making fun of
If
Nelson
you say
Mandela.
Kanye again, it's Kanye.
Was saying that he was going to be a greater transformational figure than Nelson Mandela was.
See, here we are talking about that fool again.
And and I really,
About Nelson Mandela?
it wasn't outside the
Kanye.
realm of Kanye, so I believed it for a second. But
Kanye.
it was obviously
That must be
satire.
some news singer. Kanye.
Kanye,
He keeps saying it wrong.
Kenny. Hi, say it again.
Kanye.
There's a Y.
Kanye.
There's a
Yeah.
Y. Just
Kimye.
Is there?
Ridiculous, eh?
Oh my God.
How did everyone feel about the Nelson Mandela thing? Did everyone watch anything about that?
Well, I don't know. What was your feelings on it?
I don't have feelings about all that stuff over there. I mean, I saw it. I knew he passed away. It was everywhere. I was proud of the fact, the stuff that he did for that country.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm over it. Let's move on. It's when people keep doing stuff and talking about the same thing over and over again. It gets drawn out, like that Filner.
Mm-hmm.
Get him off the damn news.
It's true.
What do you think, Dustin?
Well,
Kanye.
Kanye.
Connie, what?
Nelson Mandela obviously did so much good for that country of South Africa, and I feel like for the whole continent as a whole. And just go and watch the documentaries about him, just whether it be about him being in prison, everything like that, or the sports-related documentaries, about him, getting a soccer tournament there and having it unite the country and all that stuff. It's a lot of stuff that was really good, but that's true.
Yeah.
That's
But I have to,
You have to be kidding me.
with
Read that.
Nelson-
Read that.
What? Oh, I did. With Nelson
No, read it out
Mandela.
loud.
With Nelson Mandela, I do remember because I remember apartheid. Period. And I know that a lot of my friends don't remember it because a lot of them were born in the late 80s, early 90s when apartheid was basically pretty much gone at that point. But I still remember apartheid in the early 80s, and I remember how you could be fined if you didn't have a pass card on you. You couldn't walk around anywhere in South Africa if you were an African citizen and didn't have this pass card. So you were basically regulated. It was like segregation in the South, but even worse. And when apartheid finally fell in South Africa, that was huge.
When did it fall?
No, 1994, when he became the first black president.
Yeah.
From F.W. de Klerk, who was the president he relieved.
It's insane, how backwards that country was for so long.
How about us?
Well,
No,
Mississippi just got rid of slavery.
Yeah,
well, Mississippi's also the last in the penis ranking size, so.
yeah, makes sense. It's just, but the thing that we all reacted to was Aaron held up a sign that said Facebook posts are 3-1 about Paul Walker's death compared to Nelson Mandela's death. Which, I understand Paul Walker was young and it's sad. It wasn't his fault, everything like that. But Nelson Mandela did so much more.
Yep.
And granted, he did live a very long life. He was, I think, 96 when he passed away.
95, right?
But it shows that people care more about whoever's in movies than political figures. But
I feel like a lot of young kids don't know who,
They don't know who he is right now. Yeah.
And they know who Paul Walker is, who's on, Facebook.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
Well, I was really with Nelson Mandela. He became the first black president of South Africa. He was so popular that he could have won a second term, but he decided not to run for a second term. He wanted to set a precedent for other presidents that came in behind him. He really is kind of like America, because George Washington did the same thing. George Washington had two terms, and he was the first president that established kind of like the two-term limit in U.S. politics up until FDR, when he had his record-breaking 4 terms. But I think the world is a better place, definitely, because of what Nelson Mandela did and bring, and I think a lot of us have a lot to owe for that and his ideals. I mean, he took a lot of his ideals from our values. He did better with our values than Americans sometimes do with our values.
It's true.
So, I don't know, that was touching. Other stuff in the news that I saw this week was, what do you think about the fast food workers protest that just happened this past week? Protesting the minimum wage. They want to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. What do you guys think of that?
What?
$15 an hour for the federal minimum wage is what protesters are going for now. California is raising the 10.
Oh, they want like the federal
level at $15 an hour for a living wage.
That's
Federal minimum wages for every single person that is a citizen of the United States and works in the United States.
There's a lot of places cheaper than California where that's like you can live pretty well off of that.
Right.
I lived in Arizona and New Mexico where it is much cheaper than here. And granted, I was getting paid more there because I wasn't making minimum wage.
Right.
But making minimum wage here out there, I'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But
Atlanta, their taxes are quite low. Georgia,
Oh, what?
very low.
Yeah.
When
Do
the
they-
taxes low?
Do they have a state income tax? But the whole thing with the federal minimum wage is that right now the federal minimum wage in the United States is $7.25 an hour. California is $8 an hour, and I think California is raising it to $9 an hour in June, and then a year from next month it'll be at $10 an hour for California. If you make $10 an hour here in San Diego, you can barely survive on your own.
yeah.
You really can barely survive on your own. So for me, the $15 an hour is kind of shooting for a best case scenario. I don't think that'll ever happen, not now, but
Not federally.
I would be okay with $12. I think $12 would be a good start for a minimum wage.
All that's going to do is everything else is going to go up in price.
But that's the myth. The last 6 minimum wage hikes that happened did not result in inflation at all.
Well, it's because usually the way they do it is they go off of cost of living. When cost of living goes up, they raise minimum wage.
Right.
That's what I did.
But if they raise minimum wage before cost of living, I feel like it'll still happen.
Right, but cost of living at this point has already expanded 6 times since the last
In
minimum
California?
wage. No, nationwide, it's expanded 6 times. Inflation has outpaced our minimum wage already, so we're kind of playing catch up at this point. We're not causing any.
What is
any
federal
further.
minimum wage right now? Like
$7.25. $7.25.
And it's 8 in California.
In 8 right now, it's 8 in California until June when it'll become 9. So
And then next year it goes up to 10 or something, right?
I get where people they think that it's going to raise prices, but what about the other part where people now have more money to spend at places like restaurants and clubs and things like that because they can afford it?
Don't believe it.
Well, that's what's happened ever since the 60s, since they've raised the minimum wage. That is what has happened.
Things are overpriced right now.
Right. And if you're getting paid enough to buy it, then
I'm talking about rent.
right.
Every time minimum wage goes up, people's rent go up.
But that's what I'm saying. That's not how it's happened. The last since 6 times that they've raised the minimum wage since the 60s, that the minimum wage hiking has not caused prices to go up.
That means you, and overall,
Right.
but I'm telling you, every place I've lived in, as soon as it went up, the rent went up.
Right. They're going to go up no matter what. Rent's going to go up no matter what. Whether you raise minimum wage or not, they're going to go up. My rent went up last year.
Ours went up every year.
See, so it doesn't matter whether you raise the minimum wage or not.
Stop
So
doing
we-
that shit.
So we need to
And
pay.
you give us the money, then you're letting people take it back from us. So I even do it.
But see, if you don't raise minimum wage, more people are getting government assistance. So we're paying for it anyway in taxes. If you pay people enough to live on their own, then you don't have to spend taxes.
If they're jumping up the
subsidizing.
prices on every damn thing.
I think
Like
I think
you're right.
15's too high though,
I think 15
especially
is,
federally.
I think 15's a
California,
good shot, right? You're right. But I think 12 is probably where they're going to land on.
I mean, if it's 12 everywhere, like there's some places where it's going, like working a minimum wage job will be fantastic because minimum wage jobs, for the most part, I'm not gonna say every single one, for the most part, they are the easier jobs. You need less education to do them for the most part. There are other ones that it's a starting point to a career, but like, I mean, this is the fast food union's protest.
Well, not really. It's not. That's another myth. It is, but it's also with the National Restaurant Association.
Okay.
So they're all combined. It's not just fast food workers. It's for everyone that works in the service industry. So I get people. I mean, you're right. It will cost more to pay people more, but people being paid more means they have more money to spend back on the economy. So
It's just when you raise the minimum wage, everyone else, for the most part, most of their wages go up. Otherwise, you have people working in a fast food restaurant making as much as someone teaching or something like that.
right.
Like, and that's just what's strange to me. Like, okay, if we raise the minimum wage, is everyone else going to go along with it, or is it going to lead to, oh, we now have all these other protests, so everyone else's money goes up because they make salary? But
Why are you rubbing up on me?
So you're probably gonna sleep on it.
You got no.
So-
I was there going, okay.
Well, it's obviously a topic where we could probably revisit back again later. So
Later.
Do we have any events coming up that anyone wants to bring out? I know we may not be here next week, but hopefully we will be. And if so, you have the Brass Rail has an ugly sweater party coming up.
it's, in 2 weeks, it'll be the ugly sweater party here at the Brass Rail, which will be awesome. It'll be free cover for everyone wearing an ugly sweater.
So if they consider it ugly,
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Subjective.
Yeah, subjective.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the judge.
People are gonna be that word over the be like, that's ugly, go in.
Like, cool. You paid money for that? Please go inside.
Any events, Courtney?
No.
No. Kiki, lips, anything going on there? Bingo.
Ophelia
Ophelia.
is my new co-host at Bingo.
And she's like performing
Terrible.
country songs, or
It's terrible.
She's terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah, you have to, because she just sits there and says, "You old white lady." And
Just to see the two of you, like,
she just smiles and laughs. I had to grab a bat and threaten that whore.
oh wow. Well, the only other event that I can bring up possibly will be if we are able and lucky enough to come back next week. We'll be wearing our ugly sweaters to show off for the Brass Rail's ugly sweater party. Otherwise, if we don't see you guys, we will see you next year when we return. And this is They Set Out for hopefully not, but maybe for 2013. Good night,
You mean
guys.
2013? We're gonna be gone for 3 weeks?
Possibly.
Shit, that's a vacation.
He's not even stopping it. So
no,
it's
it's
still
going,
filming.
it's just going.